I used to be the girl who made a plan, got excited, and then quit after 2 days. And then I wondered why I never felt genuine confidence or control in my life. But everything changed when I stopped relying on motivation and I started relying on little micro habits every single day that actually stuck. I want to be honest, I didn't always feel confident and consistent and in control of my life, the best version of myself. I still have days that I don't feel that way, don't get me wrong. I'd have super big goals, but then I would get overwhelmed and I would lose my momentum, and then I would beat myself up for not following through with the things that I said that I would. And it wasn't until I hit a point where I was like, okay, this is clearly not working. I need to switch something up. And I had a thought, what if I just picked one small thing every single day and actually stuck with it instead of trying to do 10 things every single day that I'm not even used to doing. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, was the start of everything for me. Little by little, one little habit at a time, I built discipline, self-respect, and that quiet confidence that comes from actually showing up for yourself. So I want to be real with you guys and share what micro things that I have done and that I still do to this day that really shifted my energy, my focus, my productivity. It made me not procrastinate anymore, and it just overall grew my confidence. And when you can grow your confidence, you trust yourself, and that's the beginning of success. You have to trust and believe in yourself in order to attract success and attract the things that you actually really want in this life. Number one is heatless curls at night, okay? This is such a niche thing, but it is seriously such a game changer. And when I actually started to do this consistently, it not only saved my hair and my time, but it also increased my confidence. When you take the time to really focus on yourself, and whether that's like self-care or making sure that you put your hair into some heatless rods and you look goofy as hell, it really does kind of build this like quiet self-respect, because you did one little thing that costed you maybe an extra 10 minutes before you went to bed and made you look a little crazy, but you were able to wake up and have a beautiful blowout. And then you can go through your day with confidence. Also, just like one less thing that you don't have to think about. This isn't really like a habit that I'm going to talk too much about, but it's literally like the same thing as like laying your clothes out the night before. I didn't want to like mention or like make that a full like step in this, just because like it is just such a basic thing, but this is like so similar to like laying out your work outfit the night before, so that it's one less thing that you have to think about the next day, so that you can be more productive and show up more disciplined in your day and like already have it going for you. Because if you wake up with like a beautiful blowout, you're like, oh, I can't like make this day go to waste. Like I look this good. I have to like go and show up and do the things that I said that I would. Next is taking some daily supplements. I really like to focus on daily gut and skin supplements, because I feel like, especially with gut, this is like your home for everything in your body. It makes you show up well. It controls everything. So really just prioritizing my health in that way, I think, is really important and helps me show up in every other aspect of my life. It's all about taking care of yourself from the inside out. Okay, ladies? My non-negotiables are a good probiotic for your gut. This is also going to help your skin too. And then I love taking some of my coconut cult. This actually has grown on me so much. It's kind of like silly at first, or at least I thought it was silly at first, but it's something that I look forward to in the morning. It's something that gets me out of bed. It tastes really good, and I feel like it definitely does make a difference in your gut and your skin. It's just a really good thing for you. I think like making the effort every single day to take things that are good for you automatically kind of gives you that extra push of consistency and discipline. I also love sea moss. I don't always do the gel. I kind of like sea moss gummies a little bit better, just because the gel sometimes is a bit much for me in the morning. I'm not gonna lie, but it is really good. And so I think like when you start to do things for yourself that make you feel really good, it's like Okay, I'll do it. You know what I mean? Number 3 is gratitude journaling and visualization. This is like a non-negotiable in my days, you guys. Before I even get out of bed, I say out loud, or sometimes to myself, depending on how I'm feeling the morning of, 3 things that I'm grateful for, literally before I even exit the bed. I feel like this is really important because your brain is so blank right in the morning. You haven't like filled it with anything, and we're not going to go on our phones. Okay, I'm not even going to like make that a step in this because that's already known. Okay, instead of going and scrolling on your phone, we're going to just say out loud 3 things that we're grateful for, or you can write it down in a journal. I love to do that as well. When you start your day with gratitude, you're telling your brain like, this is what I want to focus on, and your brain doesn't really know like what's right from wrong. So if it only hears positive, grateful words, it's going to go and try to find more of those throughout your whole day. Now for my visualization part, this is something that I absolutely love doing in my mornings. This is kind of like a manifestation practice for me. I made a visualization script from ChatGPT, and it's basically just a very detailed, curated, like in the present tense of my future self kind of script that I like to read in the morning while I'm spending a little time with myself, like getting ready, doing some self-care, and just really like getting myself in the mindset of like my future self, basically. I'll put the prompt up on the screen so that if you guys want to also make one tailored to yourself, really being able to visualize where you're going and what you want to do, and not only visualizing it, but really trying to like feel it and believe it is where you're really gonna attract and really be able to believe in yourself and believe in what you're doing every single day. Sometimes hard to, I think, be consistent and disciplined because we don't see the immediate results. And I think especially in our generation, we are just so, like, our attention spans are so short, and we really love like a quick fix and just like immediate things. But you can't expect for greatness to come overnight. You have to work at it every single day, and it's found in these little micro habits where you will find the success. And so I feel like this is a really good practice to kind of get into that mindset. But yeah, you want to be really specific with the prompt, you know, so you want to describe like what you are waking up to, like what your home feels like, what you see, what's outside of your home, what can you hear, what can you smell, how does it feel to wake up in a life of abundance, how does it feel to step into your dream car, how does it feel to live in the city that you live in, how do you look, how are you presenting yourself, what kind of energy, who are your friends, how are your friends, what are their personalities, do they support you? You can even go into in depth of like, oh, I made X amount of money this day, you know, to manifest and to kind of visualize how it would feel to make $10,000 one day. This is kind of also following along with the last, but number 4 is 10 minutes of practicing a quiet mind. This can be with meditation. It can literally just be sitting with your thoughts in the quiet, just looking out into nature if you have like a pretty view, or if you go on a walk and just not bringing, or I guess you could bring your phone because we want to be safe, but not going on your phone while you're on the walk, and instead just like really, you know, not listening to any music, but just really being with yourself and your thoughts. This is so important because it's helped me feel super grounded and less reactive and just more in control of my day. And I know that meditation sometimes is like a little bit scary, and like a lot of people are like, oh, I can't do meditation, like meditation doesn't work for me. But I want to kind of tell you guys something that like really helped me with meditation, because I always used to get so frustrated because my mind would always wander, and I would just be like, oh, meditation just isn't for me. Like I just can't quiet my mind. Like it's the whole point. But something that I heard was like, even if your mind wanders, you still win because you showed up, because you're trying. And it's the effort of like actually doing that, of actually trying to quiet your mind. It's so hard to just have a quiet mind and to do it intentionally, but if you're just showing up and trying to do that, that's better than not doing it at all. Number 4 is meal prepping. And this is coming from a girl who absolutely despised meal prepping and was like, meal prepping is not for me. I'm just not that type of girl. Like, I don't want to eat the same meal every single day for a week. I'm not talking 12 Tupperwares of chicken and broccoli and rice, okay? I just pick like 1 or 2 things to prep. I don't really prep meals. I prep more so like a couple days in advance, and then like ingredients. So potatoes and veggies and maybe some chicken, but to add into meals just so that you have things and so you don't have to think about it. This is kind of like everything that we're talking about. It's just kind of like lessening your load so that you don't have as much to think about, so that you can show up and be more productive and consistent with your goals. Obviously, all of our goals are different here. You know, we all have different goals for different things, but I feel like these 5 micro habits really can apply for anybody and anybody's goals, because they're overall just things that can really set you up for success and help you be a little bit more disciplined. You don't need to overhaul your whole entire life to start feeling better and to start being more consistent and disciplined. I want to reassure you that confidence is not built overnight. It's going to take time. It's built daily in the smallest, quietest ways. Start with just 1 micro habit a day, and then you can build up. You know, don't overwhelm yourself, because I think that's where a lot of people get stuck, is they you know, put 10 new things, 10 new habits on their list that they want to try to do every single day, and they get this burst of motivation because they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to do all these things and I'm going to be a completely different person. But then you just get overwhelmed and like burnt out, rather than if you're like, okay, I'm going to meal prep this week and that's going to help me a little bit more. And then you start to feel like, oh, that really did help me and helped me be more consistent and disciplined in the gym and just throughout my day, and more energized. Like, now that I've gotten that down, I'm going to add in some gratitude journaling and see how I feel. Just add a little bit at a time, and then you'll see over time, you'll have these little micro habits that kind of just become a little bit more programmed and just like normal. It's like making your bed or brushing your teeth. Let me know in the comments which one you guys already do, or which one, if you don't do any of them, which one you guys are going to start doing and kind of feel inspired by and that make most sense for your life and your goals. I would love to know. Seriously, love hearing from you guys. And if this video has helped you in any way, don't forget to subscribe to stay a while, because I want to keep helping you and I want to support you in any ways that I can, and, you know, kind of teach you the ways where like I wish that somebody else would teach me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.